very common question I usually come across is that can you learn data science or machine learning without having some programming language knowledge? The short answer to that is no. The long answer is that I see there are a lot of posts and videos about how you can become and learn data science without zero programming knowledge, and they reference to some UI or chat GPT prompts on how you can learn data science and do data science without programming language. It might work for you if you have some side pet project you want to apply some data science skills on. But if you want to become a professional data scientist or machine learning engineer, it's simply not possible. Now, when I say that you have to learn some programming to be a data scientist, it doesn't mean that you have to be the absolute expert in it. You just have to know some basics. So you should know some basic for loops, functions, if-else statements, that kind of basic knowledge, so that you could start doing some development using some programming language. When it comes to the programming language of choice, there are multiple options. There are a ton of programming languages, and within the data science community, especially, there is big debate between Python versus R language. I've always been in favor of Python because I think this is one of the easiest language to learn, very simple and easy syntax. And also it is probably the only language which has the best support when it comes to data science and machine learning libraries and all the tools. So if you were to pick one language, I highly encourage everyone to start with Python. It's easiest and has the best support. And when it comes to learning Python for data science, again, I would not encourage you to start like a 45-hour full-scale boot camp or class on it. Just start with like very basics. Two materials which I think are very useful. One is W3 School. I like this one for SQL and Python because it gives you, without installing anything, it gives you an interface where you can play around with it. So you can change the code and run it what the output changes without you have to install anything or like that. And it goes like very basic, step by step, and shouldn't take you a lot of time to learn. The other one is on YouTube, you can search, there's a free course, Python for Beginners, Python 1 hour class. It is from programming with Moosh. I looked at the content of it. I think it's like very basic and foundational. Starting with that will give you some idea of how Python programming works. And once you have gone through these two materials, then as a third step, I'll say, yeah, you build 2 to 3 small projects. So once you build 2 to 3 small projects, then you'll get a chance to apply what you've learned in these two basic courses. And if you are willing to spend 2 to 3 hours a day, shouldn't take you 2 to 3 weeks to have a basic command on Python. And this knowledge investment is going to pay you very long-term dividends when it comes to having a career in any technical capacity. Having a knowledge of programming is a must skill for any technical person in this world. So try to start with these resources. Hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks, programming will not be as intimidating to you as you might think. Hope you find this video to be useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments below. Thanks so much.